cool features you might not know about. There's a unique handle in front of each automobile door. We call it the grab handle because it provides you with something to grip on. These handles are helpful for a specific purpose. The driver's door usually doesn't have a handle on the inside to help people get in and out of the car. The steering wheel may be used as a makeshift grab handle, and drivers might be inclined to grab the hold while driving, which is not wise.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
If your automobile keys have sleeves, you can perform a nifty trick on them. If they have sleeves, try holding the unlock button on your car keys for a few seconds to control your windows. If you hold the lock button for another 5 seconds, your car windows should close, although it's possible that after this period, they will suddenly open if you press the lock button again. Few car models have this unique feature, so check your owner's manual to see if yours is one of them. If your internet goes down and you genuinely want a game, Google has you covered. What's that? You try to open your favorite website, and the dreaded message flashes, unable to connect to the internet, but wait, what's that little pixelated dinosaur next to it? Instead of panicking, press the spacebar. It's more addictive than it appears, and a dinosaur jumping over a cactus is the premise. During the winter, a beanie may make all the difference between remaining indoors and going out, and it can be attributed to French sailors with a pom-pom on top. Parents used helmets on their children to keep them from hitting their heads on low-hanging beams. Now, everyone wears them. The next time you fly, take a look above each window. You'll notice some small triangles sitting there. The purpose of the cards is to direct the flight crew's attention to specific window panels for an optimal view of the plane's flaps. If you're worried about air sickness ruining your flight, try to choose a seat in the center of the plane between the wings. This offers the smoothest possible ride. Traffic lights can be pretty dull, especially when stuck in one for a while. Have you ever wondered about those black dots and that black line along the edges of your windshield? At first glance, it looks like an ordinary object, but upon further inspection, you realize it has a hidden use. The black line is referred to as frit, and it's there to assist your windshield from popping out of the vehicle. If folded out, the flaps at the bottom of a microwavable rice package create a sturdy base that can prevent the rice from toppling over. Experiment with it and see what happens. Hey, why didn't we learn this in school? Has that half-finished 2-liter bottle of soda gone flat rather than pouring it down the drain? You can add icing to your compost heap. Sugar feeds good microorganisms and increases the acidity of the pile, allowing organic material to break down faster. Scissors will eventually become blunt, but don't let that deter you. If your kitchen knives are starting to show their age, there's a product that can help bring them back to life quickly. Did you know that aluminum foil can do more than just store your leftover lasagna? If you fold a sheet of it into quarters, you can start cutting. By cutting through the foil, you can sharpen your scissors, however, that only works if they're not too blunt. If they are, it's time to get some rescue them. The purpose of those escalator brushes is not to clean your shoes, even though they do a remarkable job. The bristles on the side of escalators are more than just a tickle, they're there for safety. If clothes or shoelaces dangle over the edge, they can get caught in the machinery. The brushes help to prevent this by alerting riders to be aware of their belongings and keeping them close by. Why do people wear half belts? The military coat may be worn as a blanket under some circumstances, and the half belt aids in keeping the extra cloth from getting in the way. These days, people mostly use them as a fashion accessories. No one likes it when they accidentally staple the wrong pages together. It's even worse when the staple destroys a significant portion of your document when you try to pry it off. Here's how to fix the problem. You may use a stack of old credit and debit cards, cash or coins to avoid having metal filings built around your stapler pins. The anvil is the metal plate at the front of your stapler. To adjust the settings, turn the stapler upside down and look closely at the anvil. You're essentially fiddling with the stapler setting to make it temporary. What does that dark square or rectangle at the end of your toothpaste tube mean? Is it color-coded to display what ingredients are in there, or does it show whether the toothpaste is synthetic or natural? Sorry if this disappoints you. The truth isn't as exciting as it could be. The markings are for assembly machines. They help them know where to cut and fold each tube. The other day I was driving home from the market and made a little too much of a hard right turn, and it sounded like everything in my trunk erupted. Some cars have hooks installed in the trunk area. Take a look and see if yours does. You can use these hooks to hang clothes or even your takeout bag. If you don't see any pins in the trunk, they might be located behind the front seats instead. You've probably noticed that the flight crew like to tap on the overhead compartments as they walk down the aisle. The handles along the edges provide a good grip so children can walk without incident. You're already not supposed to be doing things like that in a plane, so sure, go ahead and utilize them the next time you feel the urge to fly through midair. It's better than clocking on everyone's headrests. A shiny brass doorknob adds a touch of elegance to your front door and has antimicrobial properties that kill many harmful germs and bacteria. If you can't stand being in high traffic areas because of all the germs, these brass knobs and handles are perfect for you. They're a great way to get rid of germs without having to use harsh chemicals all the time. The only downside is that brass is a lot more expensive than other metals. That might be why it's hardly used for this anymore. Do the white bristles in your toothbrush have a pattern of blue interwoven into them, making them seem much classier than they otherwise would? Those bristles, though, have an actual use. The blue dye on the toothbrush is meant to remind you that it's time to replace your toothbrush. You should replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months, but the blue bristles are there as a reminder if you forget. They might be decorative, but they're not very practical. You probably don't think about them twice every day, yet are there any historical reasons why maintenance hole covers are always round in past civilizations like ancient Rome? These covers used to be square-shaped slabs of stone, but all those edges and gaps led to plenty of stubbed toes and accidents for unsuspecting Romans. Since the cover has a rounded edge, you can't use a screwdriver or any other typical tool to pry it open. But you'll have no trouble opening it using your hands if that's all you've got. Thank you for watching.